of stuff. So that's a bit upsetting. Security system disabled. An attack occurred, but my defense protocol failed. An intruder has taken control. My security systems are no longer functional. I am now unusable. My goal was protection and I failed. Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Crafter. I'm 7 Dust Bunny, and here we are. We're in our base. You'll see I've set up a couple of extra doors here. We have our butterflies looking all happy, which is awesome. Now we have a bunch of larvae in here, which are the... I just want to call them obese larvae, I'm sorry. These are the obese larvae, and we're going to be setting oodles of them up. I've also, in the meantime, made a few bee larvae, and I have added a couple of extra drones to our inventory to basically get things moving around a bit better. And I keep going around and checking various boxes here to make sure we have things. But things are slowly but surely getting sorted. We do need... I think we need some additional mining still. I did set up some additional power because I set up an additional autocrafter over here making fertilizer, and an additional autocrafter over here which is making explosives or explosive powder. And yeah, we have at the moment, mine wise, we have the T3 ore extractor is still locked, and we can't quite get that yet, which is a bit upsetting. We have unlocked the outdoor farm, which will be useful, and we have unlocked the T5 heater. So I think at least today we're going to try and boost things up a bit more and see what we can get going, because over here where we have our heaters, I believe these are all T4 heaters. And how many have we got? Have we got the full 8 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we have. We've got the full 8, and this can boost 8. But these are all T4s. So T5s require super alloy rod and iridium and explosive powder. Now we have nothing on us at the moment. So how much does a T4 have of those? 1 explosive powder and a few super alloy. So I'm going to try and take a bunch of these down. That's going to have to do for now. And what we'll have to do is try and see how many T5s we can rock up. As I say, I did make the explosive powder kicking off to try and get that boosted along, and I do want to put some bee farms out as well, so those are things we're planning. So let's grab, where is aluminium, grab a couple of those, because we should be able to at least make 1, maybe 2 super alloy rods. We got any more super alloy here? No, but what we might find is the super alloy is loaded up in here, because the drones are still struggling to keep up with everything, to be quite honest. So we need, let's see, if I grab as many as those as I can carry, I'm going to put those back there, grab another couple of aluminium, and make another couple of super alloy rods, hopefully. And what does that leave us with? That leaves us basically with what we can do. So we need 3 of each. So we need 3. So we've got 6. So that'll make 3, another 4, and not quite enough to make a 5th one. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can get another 3 of those. Let's see, we'll grab some explosive powder as well. Let's sort this actually. That way we might be able to figure things out. 5. So really we need 12. Which would kind of be all of those. And I kind of need another 3 iridium rods, which we'll go and grab in a second. So yeah, I think the plan's going to be trying to wheedle out some upgrades for one. I'm not sure, I need to check on what we're mining, because I'm not sure we got a super alloy mine down there. Yeah, we need like 5, that's annoying. Come on, you can go there. The other thing that might be an issue here, which we might have a problem with, come on, flashed up green there for a second, will almost certainly be power. I think we might end up with power issues. Yep, there we go. And that was only 3. I've got enough for 4. But yeah, power is going to be a problem. At the moment I haven't seen enough blah 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 blahs. Yes, those. I don't think I've got enough boosts for power. I don't think I've got any boosts for power, in fact. Pressure, oxygen, pressure, oxygen. Yeah, I don't have any boosts for power. So, you know what? I think we're going to have to start thinking very strongly about a trade ship. Yeah. I can see we're going to have to think very hard about a trade ship here. Okay, let me sort the power issue out, and then I'll have a look at what we need for a trade ship. Okay, so in the short term, I've sorted out our power problems very much in the short term, and it's getting dark. Actually, thinking of which, we got T2 torch. We have a T3 torch. I believe we could have a T3 torch if we wanted. We got some solar quartz here. Oh, we got only 2. Screw it, I want the torch. But yeah, I've never actually found. There you go. Pshing, bzzz, much better. I've never found yet the super duper quartz. So that's a problem. And we have a slight shortage of circuit boards. Now, I thought we had loads. But, he says, having said that, we seem not to have a vast number at present. So I'm going to go and try and find some circuits, because we can't actually make a trade rocket at the moment, because we don't actually have the circuits we need. Now, there's still lots of stuff here to be gathered by the bots. Aha, speak of said devil, and it shall be ours. So fortunately that, you know, it just because I don't have it here doesn't mean that we haven't got it at all. It often means at the moment that the drones haven't got round to picking it up. So that's good. So, where can we put a trade rocket? Maybe out here somewhere? I mean, I'm not so worried about the ladder side of things. Do you think you could go on that bit, right, like right there? Come on, forwards a bit, there you go. And you can just have a ladder into space. I'm not so worried about a ladder into space. You know what? Be nice if I could turn you the other way. And power's back. Let's see. What if I put you that way round? And then I can worry about the ladder into space later. And put like a little walkway around here or something. To make it look like it's not a ladder into space. I'll sort that out. He says. Or I'll just fall off the edge. So we're out of juice again. Because we are riding the line totally on power. Not enough power. Hence why I want to see, because what I'm thinking is maybe I can exchange some of my tokens for an energy multiplier, and although I've got to use that with uraniums rather than the pink ones, I think haven't I got one pink generator somewhere? I'm forgetting now. I swear I've got one of those pink generators somewhere. Haven't I got one up here? Yes, one right here. So the thought is maybe I can get that one and the others and tag it in to like one coherent bunch somewhere. And use that and use the multiplier on it. Probably take it down. I put a bunch more generators over down here, so maybe I can tag it all up, because my shortage of pulsar quartz is what's really limiting me. I've forgotten a super alloy. I bet there's a super alloy in here somewhere. Let's grab, yes, there we go, super alloy right there. And we'll chuck that down. Swing, and we've got power. So, right, trade rocket. What can you do for me? Okay. We can sell these items. Only 6 Terra tokens a piece for iridium rods, but I've got a shed ton of them. The other option again is to go for the high quality superfood thing, because I think, if I remember rightly, that worked quite well for us last time. How much energy multiplier is 6,000, and I currently have 700. Shit. Oh, balls. Okay. Okay. We can make this work. We can figure this out. Right, how much power have we got? Not a vast amount. Right. We can figure this out. What does it take to make the scooper food? Can we even make superfood? We can. Honey and beans. Right. Beans, we already have some beans. Not a vast number of beans, but we have beans nonetheless. So, ooh, exoskeleton 4. That might be handy. But I have a roof. And I have bee McGibbles, and these don't take a vast amount of energy, and I already have the ability to make at least 3 bees. Oh god, but these take bee larvae as well. Ooh. Okay, and they produce insects at 8. Okay, those are much more efficient. Right. But nevertheless... Oh, hello. No water in here. The drones must have grabbed it all. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to make a significant number of grow plots. And of course we can have a whole bunch of butterfly larvae boosting insects anyway. I mean, that increases plants and insects and produces honey. I think we're gonna need to produce a bunch of bee larvae. And also, what about the silkworm larvae? Because these I can make a lot of these, and they don't use a lot of energy. And then I could make a whole bunch of cloth. I don't have a big use for cloth, but I could manufacture lots of it, and that would mean, how much do they sell for? 8. That's not a bad business model, actually. I'm tempted to go via that route. Let's go over here and we'll have a look, because I can make these. Again, they require uncommon larvae, bacteria samples, and Ujimi flicks. Okay. Yeah. Right. Let's at least start off by putting these down, and I can start manufacturing honey at least. At least for now, I can collect some honey. So let's get 3 of these, 3 super alloy, and 3 bioplastic nuggy. 3 of those, and what was it? 3 super alloy. That's right here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I'm just going to plonk these down over here. Yoink. Yoink. And yoink. There we go. And you are going to supply honey. Yes, supply honey. And you will do the same. And you will do the same. Okay. So that's gonna be starting, but we need to go on a mission and probably pick up as many uncommon larvae as possible. Now, I'm trying to think if there's... I feel like there should be somewhere I haven't explored yet. But I'm starting to feel like I've explored everywhere. I think I must be missing something. Somewhere must have opened up. What the bananas? Is that a tree root? Is that a tree root for my trees up here? But these are trees I put up here. So I'm pretty sure that's not going to lead to anything. Because this is all tree stuff I put up here. Apart from these white bits. I think. But yeah, I put a whole bunch of this up here. You're not very well seated, are you? So I put a whole bunch of trees up here. But what I'm wondering is over here, over in this area, we haven't been out here for quite a long time. Now, we know what's down there, and there might well be some uncommon lava down there. Because lava underground, most of them seem to be underground. Oh, and there's one thing I wanted to go back for because I haven't opened it up. I discovered while I was just looking around a crate, one of the rare crates. Yeah, this is where I put up a bunch of trees. And you can supply everything. Okay, good. And yeah, this is like where we put the T3 tree generators. Over here. But this area is somewhere we haven't. I don't think I put tree generators over here. I think this is just, should we say, naturally occurring trees? Yeah, it sounds right. So this is like a naturally occurring forest. And like I say, we haven't actually been here. So just stick this on supply everything. you, and while you're there, I'll eat that. Thank you. And then I can pick up some water as I pass around the right places. But I'm intrigued to know again whether or not there is anything to be found here. I mean, look, there's zeolite, but we don't really have a shortage of zeolite now. Zeolite is appearing all over the place anyway. I don't remember this trade rocket. No, I do not remember you. Where? Hang on, where's bananas are we? I thought oh god, I'm stuck inside a tree root. I don't remember this place. Because this is one... There is now no more doubt that a human entity is actively sabotaging our collective efforts here. I've been following the entity for a while, but just lost its tracks. Sending a report to Starform Robotics. Human entity signal retrieved. It's just behind me. Okay. We have not been here before. I thought we'd been here before. Okay. This is new. Okay, where are we going though? I can't see the wood for the trees, he says, so to speak. Right. Now I'm confused, because I thought we'd been here. I thought this was where a whole bunch of, I thought it's where the other robots were that were sort of just shut down. But this is not that area. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where the little, where my little base was over here. Dump the stuff. I need to grab some water from somewhere. There's several boxes around here. So my little base was just over here. I'm gonna grab the other some of the stuff from the other boxes and just have a little explore. I'll let you know if I find anything. Okay, so I ended up returning to base due to a requirement for effectively water and food. And I did find something which we'll go and have a look at in just a minute. I'm just going to see what these meteors are, if they're anything exciting. They are multicolored, so I'm just wondering what they might be, if anything. Just the usual crap by the looks of it. Yeah. So nothing particularly exciting for those. But first things first, I did promise we'd take a look at a crate, one of the special crates that I had found, and that is not too far away. So let's hit here, and if we go back to the beach side, yoink. Now, it only happened because I was roaming back round this way, just checking I picked up the various things I needed to pick up, and I became sort of inspired to go behind a waterfall, and I haven't even looked in here. There is indeed an effigy and a few other little McGibbles worth having, so we will grab that. Don't suppose there's another one down here. No. Not going to be that lucky, am I? Right, I am going to pick up while I'm around here though, hopefully a couple of pieces of iron, because I can see that we're going to need to set up a base over at this other place I'm going to, because I have found something and I'm going to show you what it is, but you're going to have to hold on for a couple of minutes to find out. Okay, so I'm going to place my Starform effigy right here. And you know, he seems to be exactly the same as that one. And then I am going to pick up, which might give you a hint as to what I've discovered. A bunch of explosives. I'm taking food and water with me because the location it's in doesn't seem to have a lot of food and water available. And then we're going to head over. Okay, so I was heading over and I came over the top of this way. This is where I got some of my trees. This is my base is over there. These are the areas that lead down to the big underground area. There's another area of things here I also haven't picked up. Oh Christ, not got enough things here. Look, there's a whole bloody thing here which I haven't picked up a bunch of stuff. So that's a bit upsetting. Security system disabled. An attack occurred, but my defense protocol failed. An intruder has taken control. My security systems are no longer functional. I am now unusable. My goal was protection and I failed. So yeah, we seem to have cobalt and super alloy. I'm just wondering if I can build, for example, can I build a storage oh, sorry, all the wrong buttons there. I cannot build a random storage container there. Can I build one of these storage containers? No, it won't let me do that either. So I'm going to need to build another base here, which I didn't want to do because I've not got all the materials. I need to build an extra base, but so be it. Right, so one of these, I need to dump some bits now. So I just need iron to get things back going again, but we can dump all of those in there, and I'll even take the super alloy. That will replenish some of the iron. And there was another one over here, wasn't there? Let's grab that. I'm already through one of my water almost. So I'm going to try and grab all the bits that were in there and ditch them in here and send this all back to base. So we'll get that all sent off. Okay, and as we head back through the trees, I'm going to wonder if anyone's figured out what I found over here, which I guess if you probably watched other people's LPs, which will be way ahead of mine given the break we had, you'll probably know. That's if I can find it again, of course, assuming I can still find it here somewhere. Kind of hole there, and this looks like I'm going back over to Crystal Land. It's gone very blue. Oh, here it is. Here it is. We have the entrance to a ship. So, this mysterious entrance is hopefully going to yield us something interesting. I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping it will. And we've not got enough iron, as bloody always. I'm going to have to go out and find one little chunk of iron in order to make myself a decent sized container. There we go. Let's go and grab that. And then I can dump a load of my crap in there and get to blowing our way in. Right, let's oh wow, the light doesn't get me very far here. Let's start off by blowing our way in. Let's go up here and let's drop the explosives. And can I trigger? Trigger? There we go. Run! Pop. Perfect. There we go. Right. That was a nice clear right there. So let's get rid of a bunch of this. I'm going to store pretty much all of this, but I'm not going to put this on collection just yet, because obviously I want the water and food to be handy if I need them. So I should be able to pick up, oh yeah, a bunch of stuff like iron and circuit boards here to open up or create another container to contain any of these bits that I get and wish to send back to base. So, simple enough, we've already got enough to start up a secondary container. And what I'm actually tempted to do is, so we'll set this one on supply everything, but I'll set one little standard container down here, like so, and in there I'm going to take my water, explosives, and I'll put water and explosives in there, and I'm going to put my food in there as well, and I'll put the food in there, and then voila, we can put everything else to send back to base. The one thing I'm tempted to leave for just a second is actually, I'm tempted to leave the iron because I might want that. Alright, let's grab all of those because circuits are useful, and then we'll head down. Okay, right, heading down. What have we got? How big is this? Okay. Some Terra tokens. We'll instantly use those. Put the iron down. Nothing else. So far, only one way to go. Now we've got 2 ways to go, but we'll follow this round for now. Some more Terra tokens. I mean, this might be getting us towards our 6,000, although we're not actually selling anything yet. Okay, that is something. But it appears to be the end of the road here. And more Terra tokens. Might be enough to get a one multiplier. One of the multipliers going. Which, if I could just get one multiplier going, that would actually be surprisingly helpful. Right, I'm going to take this back to an offload, and then we'll carry on. Okay, offloaded, and we're heading back down. And I guess now we go the new route, because I think we picked up everything in here. Yes, we did. Gas extractor T2. Probably do with switching over to one of those. And let me through. Strange how the light works there. We are picking up a few pulsar crystals, which is good news. I mean, if I had lots, I would certainly be looking at probably another pulsar crystal power generator. Especially, like say, if we can get to a multiplier, that would make a big difference. Water bottle, I'll take it, and I'll in fact drink it. And more Terra tokens. We've got absolutely oodles of bloody iridium. I can deconstruct those. Okay, surprisingly that is worth materials and blueprints. Okay, and then we have up. Okay, we have lots to explore here. Right, gonna do a run back to base. Okay, so picked up those last exercise bikes. Apparently I can deconstruct the shelves too. I'm interested in whether any of those blueprints will actually yield like useful blueprints. Yeah, I can unlock the shelves. I can unlock the bike. It's kind of nifty. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I've got multiple of them now, so I don't quite know what I'll do with the multiple of them. I have to see if I can sell those in the old Terra token things. So that looks like an area that opens up once we get some power in here. And okay, we have treadmills too. They have super alloy and circuits. I mean, again, the chips are taking up space. I'm just wondering whether or not I can sell the chips, because that's all a bit bananas. And even basins here. Right, I'm gonna take another run back because I really do want to keep all these chips for the minute. And I want to see if I can sell them off. I think I've gone the wrong way. Okay, so I'm now grabbing the faucets as well. Why the hell not? We'll grab those and grab this. Now these lockers I can't seem to get rid of or anything like that, but that seems to be this area cleared out. I'm just checking how much inventory I have left, because I believe this way I have not been yet, and there is 2 ways down here, and this obviously has a loot box, which obviously is meant to draw your eye this way, and this has a power unit, so if you could make a fusion cell, then we would be able to find more things. Let's get rid of this one, and this looks like almost like a control center. And wow, we are full already. And I'm going to be going back again because there is a lot in here. Okay, so here we are. We'll pick up the rest of that one. Not too worried about the seedlings, to be honest, but I just collect these things, especially now we've got drones, because we can just sort of stack it all up, and then if we need to sell some of it or whatever, we can to get monies, you know. Okay. What is that? Don't seem to be able to open it or anything with it. There's a bunch of these like pods here. These look like, they kind of look like teleporter pods, but they also look like just like cryopods. But there's nothing here. Stupid question. Not any messages here, are there? Would that be too obvious? Maybe messages here if I could turn on the power. Who knows? But for now, no messages. But yeah, there might be something if I could turn on the power. Now this is the way I haven't been so far, I believe. Yep, and there's a couple of vaults here, and that's pretty much it. We got a few more Terra tokens. I can't deconstruct those vaults, can I? Nope. And a few more Terra tokens, and that's it. So that is everything in this base for now, at least until I can raise the power to get it in. I mean, raising the power seems to be like going to be the biggest problem we have, to be honest, because that relies on crystals, quartz crystals we don't have. But I think for now that's going to be it for this episode, and I'll say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time when I guess we'll see if we can find somewhere else to dig into and explore. Thanks a lot.